So we are live. Hello, everyone. My name is Dennis, and I have Miss Sana Sanai with me from Australia. First, I want to welcome every one of you to our chat, and I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and wish everyone a year of success and big changes. And finally, it's an honor to have Miss Sanas with us on the live interview in the short notice. Thank you very much to accepting my invitation on the short notice. And I would like to ask Miss Sanas to introduce herself and let us know uh, what is this business that we are doing and how she got involved on this business and you know just like that. Miss Sanas,
Excellent.
yes.
Thanks, Dennis. Hi, everyone. I'm Sanaz from Australia. Thanks, Dennis, for inviting me to this
My
chat. It's
pleasure.
an honor to be here. You're fantastic in this business, and it's fantastic to be able to have a chat with you. I just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year as well. Hope you've all started the year off really well, and you had a nice break with your family and enjoyed your time. So yeah, we just wanted to have a bit of a chat today about this business, our little journey of how we got involved in this and where it's taken us. Um,
Definitely. Yeah.
so yeah, um, yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Sanas, like to accepting this invitation. And so for the first question, I can, go over some of the questions that we have. And the first one is, what, how do you find about, did you find about this business and how you started and what was the reason that you even like in the first place you were looking for that, the
yeah,
online business and what attract you to come and start doing the online business.
yeah, sure. So for us, I about 4 years ago, I had my first child. So I'm a real estate agent, and I've been working in that field for many years. And as a lot of you might know, real estate is quite involved. So you're working almost 7 days a week, round the clock. You've got to be available on your phone when people call you. So it was a very kind of go, go, go kind of a role, which I'm still doing now. But when I got pregnant and we had our first child, I thought, okay, how am I going to do the juggle now? Because mine wasn't even a 9 to 5 job. Mine was something that I had to be available around the clock for the baby and for real estate. So it was kind of clashing. And obviously, aside from that, with COVID teaching us that, you know, nothing is forever, we really wanted to get into the digital world. Plus, everything's changing as well. My husband and I always were looking for a passive income, and we knew internet is where we need to find that. So we started searching at that time. When my baby was little, we started doing our search, and we looked at every business that you can imagine. So for 2 years, we just kept searching and searching. We looked at Amazon, we looked at, so many different businesses. And then we came across this. And because we had done so much research on the other businesses, when we saw this business model, we thought, this is incredible. This is what we were looking for and more, like much, much more. So that's how we got involved. So we straight away went for it. We had no doubt in our mind because we had done so much research. We knew what was legal, what was a scam, what was the difference between all these things.
Yep.
So we just jumped on board and in hope to create something for ourselves, something passive, something for our future, something for our retirement. So it's been a fantastic journey. At this point in time, I'm still working as an agent. I've got my own real estate agency as well, but this is something that I'm doing at any time that I've got time, basically, any time during the
Correct.
day.
Yeah.
Kids
So
sleep and
one of these advantages of this business is this, like it's exactly that. I've been involved on a lot of, online marketings, like Amazon. I had the shop in Amazon, Shopify. I'm already, like with ClickBank, because, before I see this business, and I lost a lot of, inventory money and a lot of stuff. And, so when I saw this ad, exactly like you guys, like I was looking for something that it's going to be stable and give me the freedom to go over, you know, my own time. I manage my own time, and I start to, rolling something that I know that it has the future, and it's going to be, I'm going to be able to transfer it to my family to, bring all this, good stuff that this business going to bring, like for the family. And the main thing, it was, as you mentioned, the COVID teach us that nothing is stable, and that's 100% true. And because when you start that, and COVID starts, so many people, they lost their jobs, and start to looking on online, and the online marketing, platforms, they are getting more advantage, like more, too many people they are in there, and they're earning a lot of, like incomes and stuff. So I was looking to, to see how I can do it, to just collect everything, and start to doing my own. And I was searching, because I had experience all of this, these platforms. So I start to search, and I was looking around, and suddenly I saw that, oh, it's an ad. And there was, like one of our, coaches, that there was. Now I know that she was a coach, and before that I didn't know who she is, but she was like doing all this great stuff about this business, and what, and I was looking, watching these videos and ads, and I realized that whatever I wanted and I'm looking for it, you know in this
right.
ad, they're explaining that I can have it.
Yeah.
So I need freedom. I can have it. I need my own time. I can have it. I can own my own business. I can have it. I can put my own, like investment and earn money. So I can do it. So it was very good start. It was a very good journey, and I'm so happy that I am in it. But I regret that I didn't start this business 4 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And
Same.
yeah, so with all this introduction. So I would like to ask if it's possible, uh, a little bit explain, like for our followers, the people that are watching us, is that uh, what we do, and what needs, like every single person, what they need for starting
Exactly.
this business.
Yeah, sure. So pretty much what we do is digital marketing. So and this is where it was a no-brainer for me, because who doesn't love Facebook and Instagram and all these fun platforms where we're just going up and down, looking at posts and having fun different times of the day. So if you can make money out of that, it's a no-brainer. Why would you do 9 to 5 when you could do that? So so that was the benefit. So for me, it was quite exciting that we can run a business from these social platforms, being social, having fun, and making money at the same time. So, and the good thing about it is, to join, you don't need any prior experience. You don't need to have any kind of qualification or education of any sort, because everything is taught to you here, like everything from the smallest little thing. You've got a mentor, you've got a coach. And this for us was a massive point of difference to Amazon and all those other things, because for me personally, with having two little kids and running a real estate, I didn't have time to sort of blindly try to find my way around a new business on the internet, because I just needed something that was kind of structured, and they're going to show me the way. So there's a lot of hand holding. It is your business, you run it yourself how you want it, but you do have all that support and a massive team of about 140,000 people all around the world, who are all more than happy to support each other and help each other's business move forward. So, so yeah, no prior experience, no restrictions in terms of age or anything like that. You could be whatever age, you could, be whoever and do this. And of course, it's a completely legal business, so you pay tax for it. You can claim your expenses, do all those things that you do with your 9 to 5 job. Um, so you had all these benefits, but for us, Dennis, one thing that really quite stood out a lot for myself and my husband when we were looking at this business was the fact that you can leave it to your children. So after yourself, you can leave it to them, and they can earn money, like a monthly money that comes in from this business, from the hard work you've done forever for them. So there was just, there's a retirement plan. I had not seen, you look at Amazon, you look at all those things, and all of them are quite hands-on. You can't just start it up and then leave it to someone else to, pay them money later. There's nothing like that around. So whereas with this, there was a retirement plan, you work 3 to 5 years, you start getting retirement money on top of the income that you're making yourself from this business, which obviously comes down to your own efforts, how much you want to do. And the other benefit for us, for me personally, was the fact that you can squeeze it into any part of your day. So if you're looking for extra income stream and you're doing a 9 to 5 job, what are you going to do after 5 o'clock or after 9 p.m. when you put your kids to sleep? You can't, no, you can't get on the phone talking to people. Nobody wants to talk to you at that time of night. Whereas with the digital business, it could be 2 a.m. if you're ambitious enough and excited enough about it. You're sitting there going at it. So there's a lot of benefits to the business that for people who are mums or people just looking for extra income. We've got in our team of business partners, we've got doctors, surgeons, teachers, dentists, engineers, housewives, all kinds, people from all walks of life. So it's something that's suitable for anyone who is just ambitious, has their eye on the prize, and they just want to go for it.
That's correct. Yes, it's well said. Yes, and yeah, you just mentioned a lot of advantages of this business, and very clearly that it's very clear for everyone that when you start sometimes everybody wants to start a business, and they think that okay, online business, we're gonna start to do this, we're gonna just find the product, we're gonna do this one, we're gonna go sell it, and we're gonna earn money. But like this business, it's something that in the way of the marketing, it's called affiliate. So, but we are way more above that, because you need to know the marketing, then your affiliate it's gonna work. You cannot do the affiliate or selling something without knowing how to market it. So in our business, this is the great opportunity that with a little bit investment, you can start to learning those platforms. So as you mentioned, who don't like to search in the Facebook or go to the TikTok or see all of those things. But what is the beautiful part of this business is you can earn money when you're doing those things too. So why not? And then our business is like, our job is to train people. Whoever is coming in, we train them. It's a training process. That's training. It has like 7 platforms that we train, and all the social media, like the main social medias, Facebook, TikToks, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all of those, the platforms that it's there. So Instagram. So we can use those platforms as a social media and start to earn income from those. And this is the business that shows you how you're doing it, how you can do
teaching
that.
people that, because a lot of people don't quite, sometimes they don't know what it is exactly that we're doing. So we're teaching you how to make money out of social media, how to how to advertise and how to do all those things on social media.
Correct. And then, like when you think about it, it's all legal. Like if it's like all of these like some get rich quick, or all of those things that it's on the internet. I'm not saying it's bad. There are people that they are very good at it. They make a money, and God bless them. Like they find a way. They have their own income way, and they're doing it. But if you want to learn how to start from the beginning, if you want to start to learn step by step to start, how to start, where to start, like a very beginner, you come in and say that, hey, I want to start to doing online business, how I can start it. So we are that person, we are that community, we are that family that they're going to teach you how to do it. And there are very, very high qualified coaches, mentors, that every step of the way they can come with us, and they train us, they hold us if we do this mistakes. And and that's the beauty of this business, that they have 24/7 support that you cannot find in any other platform. Any other platform, they do not have this one. Because I work with them, I've been with them, I try to work on with them. It works. I'm not saying it's not working. Like if you're on the Amazon, a lot, millions of people, they make money on Amazon. They have their own markets, they have their own products, they do their own jobs. But opposite of the other platforms, this is not the job.
Yeah.
It's not the job that you can send the resume for us, and we check it out. Okay, you are qualified, come here, like you sit from this hour to
Yeah.
this hour and do it. No, this is your own business. You are owning your own marketing company. It's like a company that you open the door, you need to have investment on it, you need to put your time on it, you need to start to marketing it, find the people that they looking for your type of service that you're doing, like all of those things. They in these platforms, we have the people that they teach us. We start to learning more and more and more. And then the biggest advantage is, as you mentioned on your uh, explanation that you were doing in the business, it's a transferable. We can transfer it to someone else, we can transfer
Yeah.
it to our kids. We do the hard work, we create all these things. And that's all the mothers and fathers, that their dream, that their kid, when they grown up, okay, they're gonna grow up, they're gonna go to school, they're gonna whatever they their future is, we don't know. But at least we know that we prepare for them a solid base, that when they
Yeah.
start to they if they want to start it, they don't need anything, because we already have all that experience. We have all those failing, we're gonna fail a lot, we're gonna again raise up, you know and that's the good thing. And the passive income at the end as a retirement plan. So which I can 100% say that none of the platforms outside, they have the retirement plan. You cannot find a
No,
platform
we
that
didn't
do
find
that.
any. Yeah, in all this research that we did not find one that offered anything like that. And the other thing, just to add on there, is, you know, if you go out and do a course on Facebook or social media, you're going to pay thousands and just learn what you learn at the time. Where Facebook and so many of these platforms are changing every single day. Something is changing about them. The way you advertise changes. With us, once you're in, forever you're going to have your training updated. And I don't think there's any school or any place that's going to teach you and keep updating you. Professor calling you, hello, I just wanted to let you know this has changed. Come back for the same amount of money, and I'm
Correct.
going to teach you more. So that was really massive, because it's evolving. The internet, everything online is evolving so much. You
That's
can't just pick up
100% correct.
something
Yes.
2 years ago and just sit there and use that. So with this, you're forever guided, you're forever updated on everything, and you don't have to sort of worry about being left behind, with
Correct.
that. So
Yes.
yeah, that to us was a real big deal, because everything else out there that you do, it's all on you, all on your, that's your own business. This is also your own business, but the massive difference is you're not on your own. you've got all that support, to
Correct.
get you going.
So when you check these businesses, like around, and and you think that, okay, so I started and I'm gonna start it, and like all of those thoughts that oh, it's gonna be scam, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, like that's automatically come to your like your brain. But when you're familiar with that, and that, so what is the marketing, you need to like to learn the marketing. This is a part of the university, like courses that right now they have the course in the university too. And we have people, like that they have the master's degree on the marketing. But when they come to this business, they said that, oh, I know all, I thought that I know all of these things, because, oh, I'm going to be very successful on this one. And she is successful right now. But when we talk to her, she explained that when I come in, I saw that, okay, there are a lot of bullet points that nobody teach us on the university. They have like a chart of the books. As a marketing, you need to do this strategy, that strategy, but no one is going to all these bullet like points and all
Yeah.
these nuts and bolts connected to each other and let us know what to do. That's the biggest what I can say, that one of these the biggest advantages and that this business has is the support group that they have. So I would like like if you want to talk about this business, it's gonna be like days.
We
It's a
could go
lot of
on
stuff that
forever.
they have, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I'm like I'm doing this live with you, because I know that I talk to the people and see that how much they're excited on do like come and join, and like doing this business. I would like to ask. I think I can say last question. So, Salas, I would like to ask you if it's possible, just to explain for start of this business. If someone like Dennis wants to come in, what they need to do, and to start this business.
Sure. So pretty much the first thing you've got to do is head to our website. You put in your name and email. You'll get a 90-minute webinar which you can watch, and then you'll be guided what to do next from there. But the main thing to know is that you just got to get your mindset right, that this is a business. It does require an investment, so it's not a job. It's not something that you're going to start with zero. So it's just like you're going to go buy a franchise, or you're going to do anything in the business world, you need to invest. Um, and everything else, you're going to be guided. Everything else, you're going to be trained. So you just sort of go from that 90-minute webinar. If it's something that you like, you then go into a 30-day trial from there. You test it out. You see if you like it, if it's for you. If it's not for everyone. That not everything is for everyone. So it might not be for you. For us, it was just immediate. It was like, this is amazing. Why didn't I find it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
But for people that want to get started, don't let anything hold you back. All you need is to just have your headset right, head to our website, do all that, sort of watch the webinar, and then go from there. And then you can jump into the business. And from there, every step of the way, you're learning as you're working. So you're guided every step of the way. So it's not like a course where you go sit and learn and then you have to come and apply it. You've got your mentors supporting you. You've got your coach, and then there's we've got a set modules that you can do and learn sort of what you're doing there. And everything else from there is taught to you step by step. So pretty much all you've got to do is just take that first step for yourself, and let yourself understand what this business is actually about, and then go from there.
Correct. Yes, and just I can add, like a small piece of, like information to all the, like all the information that you explained. Uh, you know, this business is like other businesses. They need the investment, and the investment. When we said investment, like everybody think that, oh, we need to, like a big investment on there. No, in compared to the other businesses, the investment that you're going to put it here, like for example, for starting that trial version, it's, I think it's 100, like almost 100 $150 $149 the US dollar, and you pay for that for like all this support, all these seminars, all these training, Zooms and everything that they put. It's only that one. And then and you have that trial version, the trial, like time for almost 30 days. So you can go ahead, check it out, every aspect of this business. And as Shahnaz explained, you can check it out. If it's for you, more than welcome. We can come in, like you can register your name and email, and those name and emails, it's not for using other stuff. We're not going to use that. It's just pure for the communication, the way that we have that's the communication way that we do, to send you that with that email address, to send you these webinars. And then if you come and join with the $140, we send you another webinars and other videos that you can start to use. And when you pay that one, it's 100, like $150 almost, in 30 days. If you decide that you want to join, as I said, more than welcome. We can start, like booking your coaching call, and there are the coaches that are in a very high level on this business. They will talk to you and they will explain what's going on, what is your business strategy is going to be. And if if you like it, then more than happy to, like stay in here. But if not, then they're going to refund exact $149, no question asked. They're going to refund right away to you. So I think it's nothing to lose, like to start to check it out. It's a very great opportunity to the people that want to start their, at least for the beginning, I can say, side job, to earn a little bit more income. So who doesn't like the more income? So this business is going to give you that income. If you passionate about it, if you want to learn about it, as Sanaz mentioned, we can, for more information, you can leave your name, and you can leave your email address on the comment sections, that we have the addresses there. So you can leave for me, for Sanaz, and like we can contact back to you, and explain and start to like doing all this process that it should be done. But I can say, for the last words, Shanajan, if there is anything you want to add,
the only thing I just wanted to add there, again, going back onto the 149 there, is it's important to note that that 149 is covering you for, should you decide to stay with the business and obviously not have that refunded, if you find that it's for you, that 149 will cover you forever, for all your training, forever, until you're in business. So for us, that was incredible. I don't know how that covers all that training, but that's what that is. So, that doesn't go to us, it doesn't go to me, it doesn't go to Dennis, it doesn't go to anyone. That just goes towards your training system, which is constantly updated, and that's what that's for. And obviously, if you were to continue and actually decide that you do want to go into the business, then obviously the investment is separate to this. But yeah, so it's pretty much zero risk to give it a try and see if it's for you. To find out the information, it's free, because you're refunded if you're not happy to go ahead. And then from there, you just make an informed decision, because when you come into that trial period, you're invited into our Facebook group, our private Facebook group. You get to go and look at Dennis's page, you get to go and look at my page and come in and see what we're all talking about. Have a look at the success stories. Over there you get to see the amounts of what people are making and all that sort of stuff. So that, for us, I know at that stage for us, it was a big eye opener, because you get sent the business model. So you get to look at the whole business model in that trial period, the whole strategy, look at all that. And then you go and look at the, whole 149,000 people, 140,000 people that are doing this business, and you can see what their journey has been like. And that's very different to just watching the 90-minute webinar and just looking from the outside and not knowing what's really going on inside. So yeah, so definitely, if it's something that you're interested in, or that thought's been hovering around your mind, where you want to start something online, take it from me, who's done all that research. And we looked at Amazon, and it was over 20,000 just to sort of get started with it. And you don't know whether you're going to fail at it or you're going to be good at it. So for us, when we compared it, it made a lot of sense. But you have to do your own research and see whether it's for you. So yeah.
Sure, that's correct. So, Sonojan, I would like to say thank you for your time. I appreciate that you accept the invite in that short notice, and we had this great opportunity to talk. And I wish everyone, like a biggest success in 2023. And as one of my colleagues says, we have 365 page of the book, like that. It's not written yet. So, what is the good opportunity to start to read, to write a plan for all these 365 days, and end of the year we have the success that it's proven, the way that it goes, it's proven, and all this opportunity and everything is like you can do it. So I would like to say again, thank you for everyone that watching us, and thank you for all the comments. Appreciate for everyone. And so, Sanajan, if you don't have anything to add, we can, end our live, and to all this
Yeah.
conversation, and hopefully
Thank,
everyone we see you guys inside.
thank you, Dennis. Thank you so much for having me on. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure chatting with you
It was pleasure.
and chatting to everyone. I wish everyone a fantastic year ahead as well. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask us. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy. Stay safe. Have a
See
good
you.
one.
Bye.
Bye.